how you want to put together your sequence of punches, you are going to begin, of course, with your single jab. All right? Then we're going to go to the double. So we're going the double. This is your two. All right? What we're concentrating on, by the way, just because, is the left side of the body, mainly because I haven't even thrown a right hand yet. And that's coming, but just not quite today. So I'm going to focus only in on how we will move better and how we throw those shots. All right, those double, which is the two. So again, get my head out the way. You're always thinking about safety, leaning back. There it is. Beautiful. Sometimes you're going to be retreating, and as you're retreating, you still need to throw those shots out. Even if you're just touching. There we go. Tuck in, tuck your chin down. There we go. Sit. Sit. Keep that head on the move. And then we can go for the angle. As we step in, as we get closer, those hands go up. That's right. Sit. Keep it really tight. Now, as you can see, and when you're throwing your double, you can throw up to the head, change levels, and come down to the body. All right, and that's still considered your two. So this is, we had part one of the one system, and now we're going to number two, right? So that's one jab, two jabs, and we can go to the head and change levels down to the body. All right? So now that we've done that, we're gonna add in terms of our movement, don't forget your movement. What you're gonna do is try to make sure that we see you step. We've gone from, whether it's one step in and one step back. Let's do that again. So it's gonna be one step in, one step back. Now, what we're gonna try to add to this is two steps back, two steps forward, and even two steps to the side. And if we in a circular motion, we will circle two steps to the side. All right? Okay, so we want to go two steps. We want to go 1, 2. We want to go 1, 2 back. We want to go 1, 2 forward. And this is your drill. So it looks a little bit like this. So 1, 2, 2 steps back. Here we go, 2 steps in, then 2, step with it. And we're gonna go back. We're gonna throw those punches as we come back, as we retreat. Go 1, 2, there we go. Move out the way. That's it. Working on those steps. 1, 2, there we go. Back up, 1, 2. Tucking that chin, still moving that head. Keep those hands. 1, 2, 3 as we get closer. 1, 2. And of course, don't forget that you can also change your rhythm. It doesn't have to be erratic. You can give yourself a bit of a breather. So we can go from, let's change that rhythm just a touch. We can creep in. I call this creeping in. So keep those hands there, ready to go. And to the side, and and we're gonna change the angle of your punch if you want to. Here we go. And break. Changing your movement, creeping in. All we're doing is we're taking a little bit more of a wide stance, and we're gonna step, creep. Step, creep. We can even step, just make sure you keep your eye on your opponent as you creep, and as you get closer. And breathe. There we go. Nice. Lovely. Now, as you can see, I think we've gone for about a solid 30 seconds or more, and you cannot but get a sweat up. As you can see, there's proof right there. That's what I'm talking about. So when you think about your jump roping, all right, and you go through your steps, you go through your steps, do exactly the same thing. You can work on one step back, one step forward, one step back, heel toe, and then you can go 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, and use it as your mantra to stick to the way that you want to formulate how to build your strategy. All right, now let's add in a couple of things. So now we have gone from the jabs, double jab, and we're going to step back twice. Now what we want to try to do is just get those slips in. How do we do the slips with this? We're going to throw the double, and we're just going to turn, all right? And wherever we land is what is going to set up. I could throw out the right hand. If I dip, I could throw that out, throw that to the body, or throw this to the body, all right? Wherever you land, you might drop. Whatever the impulse is, the impulse to land on a certain side, that's when you will know what feels right and when to punch and when to throw the next punch. All right, so we've gone with, we're gonna go again with that. We're gonna do this, we're gonna go, so we wanna go double. We wanna go slip, slip. That will push my weight over to the left, causing me to either swivel or quarter turn. And then I'm back again, making sure that my hands are in place, making sure that I can walk. And then as soon as I feel like I've got the energy to go again, we're gonna go again. So again, it's gonna be double. We're gonna slip, slip, landing on this side here. I can swivel and turn, quarter turn there, and begin again. Ta, ta. Beautiful. Sit, sit. Sit, sit. Changing those angles. Sit, sit. And what we got? What have we got so far? We've got the double jab. We've got a slip, slip. All right, we've got a block, 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 or a block, block. All right, we're gonna add in, let's add in that double roll. All right, how do we roll? So if we look at how the roll works, imagine that left hook coming. We're gonna drop onto this, you double. It doesn't, again, what I'm rather happy with the idea that if you want to over exaggerate something, I'm not opposed to it. I think it's good that you can over exaggerate it, but then as time goes on, so in other words, you can, if you're gonna drop, you might do something like this. What you don't want to do is find yourself tipping over. All right, we don't want to be leaning off balance, and we know why. I don't have to explain that. That's pretty much a common sense understanding as to why that is. And equally the same thing is when you're reaching. If you find yourself reaching like this, that is not a good habit to have. You don't want to reach for your opponent. Sometimes things and certain variables will occur in fighting, but it's a good thing whether or not you've had a fight in your life or whether you've ever been in any battle. What you want to try to do is get into some good habits, which is being upright. All right, you can shrink yourself down as long as you're in control of what your feet is doing. All right, and what your body's doing is if you move. What you don't want to be is over here. You want to be back here like this. And let's go for the double. We're going to go for the double, and we can slip away here and step back, and that's 2 of each. There's double jab, there's a slip, slip. We can even go down, double, double. We can move back, double in the cross. We can go double again. Here we go, we can slip, slip, and we can drop, and then drop back. All right, so everything, as you can see, is 2 of everything. You're adding 2 of everything. Once again, there's a double, there's a slip, slip. We might even block, block, all right? We might even go block, block. Imagine taking those hooks to the elbows. Remember, in boxing, you're gonna have your opponent wanting to hit you anywhere that they can, all right? Hopefully not below the belt. So it's up to you to make sure that you feel comfortable that your hands are going to be your shield. That they will protect you, because for any reason, if you're sloppy and your hands are down here, you really are asking for trouble. And just in case anybody wants to know how best to protect the upper core, the body, the ribs, then of course naturally what I will tell you is, without getting overly technical, we want to bring the elbows in, tuck them into the rib cage. And what you don't want to do is be open, be an open target. Now, I've seen many fighters be open and still be rather untouchable. But obviously when you're starting out as a beginner, it's always a good habit to get into, to understand that you might start open, but what we want to try to do is close off. All right, we want to close off the body, and we know the reason why. I don't need to tell you. All right, I'm sure that for many boxing fans or people that understand that making yourself a smaller target is indeed the key. All right, so here we go again. We're going to go again. We're going to go with, we've gone from the single and a single slip. We've gone from a single drop down to a one step back. All right, we've gone from a single block. All right, and there's your one block. Once again, there it is. Just raise it up. Make sure you're looking at the target. Always keep your eye on your opponent. There's a block. Keep that eye in your periphery. There's that block. All right, and equally you can go for one single block here. All right, now what's the other thing that we want to do? We want to do one single turn. We can go one single turn out and spin out. Everything is 1, 1, 1. And when you go to 2, you just got to add on. So from the single jab, we've gone now to a double. Snap that. We're going to go slip, slip. All right. We might even throw that double back again, just to keep the attack on. And we're going to go double, and we're going to step back double. We're going to step in for 2. 1, 2. And there's that. There we go. We're going to slip, slip. We're going to go block, block. All right. Is there anything I'm missing? All right. We're going to double turn, double turn. Keep that chin tucked down.